Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And I say, welcome back to you, welcome back to me. I'm back. Sun-kissed in the Caribbean. I look like a young George Hamilton, and if anybody is too young to know who that is, look up George Hamilton on the Johnny Carson show. The original guy of the fake tan. But this is not fake. This is real. Yes, I am back from Aruba and ready to stream. I missed it. I missed the chat. I missed talking to you guys. I uploaded, some content. Now, we had a little bit of a mishap in the American Airlines terminal. Computers went down. Luckily, it was just my work computer that got destroyed. My streaming computer, it hung in there. It hung in there. You got to remember what's important. So yes, the work computer took a dive and pew, wow, yeah, screen cracked. But streaming, we're all good. We're all good. So I was able to upload some content. Now I just put out basic tutorial number 14 about headquarters and commanders. Just put that up. It's going to end up being two parts. I don't think the second part will be that long, but it was getting up to like 40 minutes, and I don't like the tutorials nowadays to go above, like 40 minutes. That's kind of the peak I like to see it at. Anything more than that, and you maybe lose people's attention. I don't know. That's how long my old classes used to be, right? Like 40, 45 minutes. Anything above and beyond that, and people start to doze off. Well, let's hope not. I'm sure my captivating voice keeps you awake. Where are we in this game? Well, I know where we are, but let's get down to it. And that is what? Oh, I was looking. I was like, oh my gosh, did I already hit like next turn or something? Because I had the air commands up here for the tutorial. Whoo, whoo, be still my beating heart. Now we have moved pretty much all of our ground units. I say pretty much. I think we've moved all of our ground units in the south. And the only thing we have left is 1st Panzer Group here. And 1st Panzer Group, as you can see, we've got the twin cities of names I will not try to pronounce here that we are driving towards with our panzers ultimately. Now, I always say anywhere from Cherkasy to down, if we could get across here, great. But this is usually very heavily defended. But anywhere from Cherkasy really to the D town, we call it D town where I'm from. We can cross anywhere up in here, and we're in pretty good shape because ultimately we want to head to Stalino. The Soviets have a lot of production in Stalino, and then the grand prize in the south, Rostov. At least for me. That's, for some people, Sevastopol is a place they want to take, and in this game, it is worth 30 points. So, you know, I'm not going to say it's a terrible idea to head that way. It could actually be the best way in this game with the way that things have changed victory point wise, and the fact that if you get a lot of troops down there to into the Crimea, you could probably get those bonus points because it took the Germans, well, the Axis, forever to take that fortress. And so you're likely to get the bonus points if you send a lot of forces down there. So it's worth 30 plus possibly 6, could be 36. I'm going to play my old way until I know differently. And push for these twin towns, and then on to Rostov with a little side of Stalino. Let's jump down here. Now, there were a few things I wanted to talk about this time before we actually started moving units. Oh, I was reading the Matrix forum while I was away, and a question or an idea came up as why are my air commands not moving, or why are my AOGs not moving forward? I've got them set on advance, or I have them set on flexible, and they're not moving. Well, if you have AI air assist off, they're not going to move automatically. So you can give them that. Now, I think in this Let's Play, when we first transitioned over, I thought, well, if I have them on flexible or whatever, they would still move. Even though I was going and moving all of the AOGs, I thought that they would still kind of move around maybe. No, You would have to, and what a lot of people on the forums are saying is if you don't want to go about moving every single AOG, but you also don't want to do full AI air assist, that what you need to do is the very first thing that you do every turn, when it comes up. So we go through the logistics phase, we get to the air planning phase. It's now your turn. Is hit AI air assist. Okay. Very first thing. That sets up all of the base or default directives that the AI air assist would do. Um, and it also starts to shuffle things around. All right. Then the very last or next to the last thing that you do every turn should be to hit AI Air Assist again. And that way you're covering both sides of it. If you've got it on advance or retreat, it will do all of those things right at the end. So when we're all done with ground combat, there's two things that you could possibly do right before you hit next phase, and that is AI Air Assist and AI Depot Assist, right? Now, I've gone away from the game's depot system. Of course, I like mine better. Imagine that. Um, hey, Phantom, what's going on? Oh, blast pop! If you think I can say that, you're a new sub, my friend. I I'll give it a shot. Uh, is okay. Niet Petrovsk. Niet Petrovsk. Obviously, that's what it is, right? Tell me how far off I was. I'm gonna keep calling it D Town. That's where we party. Niet Petrovsk. You like my attempted Russian or Soviet pronunciation there? I sound like who was that comedian way back when that would say, either something or something or Mother Russia has you. What was that guy's name? Can't think of it. But it was a real cheesy Russian dialect or accent. I think that's all I've got. But thank you for letting me know how that is actually pronounced. I'm going to try the other one at some point too. So if you want to put that down in the comments, I do appreciate it. Um, oh, back to the point in hand here. So if you want to do everything manually, but you do want it to follow your kind of advanced retreat, flexible hold commands, hit AI assist at the start, let it do its default stuff right at the start of air planning. Then you can go change it all, right? Because you don't have AI assist on, and you can then execute that. Then at the end of all of your ground combat, depending on whether you have depots, you want the AI depot assist. You could either do a AI air assist again, the last thing or the next to last thing. Okay. So one of the things we were trying to figure out, or I say I was trying to figure out is, we've got Flieger Führer Aussie, the AOG down here, trying to do naval ops. I've got it clicked on naval ops. Well, it didn't do it. And I was like, gosh, do I have to go set the directive? Yes, I do. If I don't hit AI Air Assist, it's not going to run those ops. I would have to go do a directive. So next turn, I'm going to go do a naval directive, naval interdiction directive out here to try to cut off Odessa. I thought it would do that automatically because I had that box checked. But you know how there were those 7 main air commands? If you never hit AI Air Assist, the only two it's really going to follow are the supply priority and the asset priority. And that's because it does those during the logistics phase no matter what, right? So it looks to those numbers. But the other things about like who to follow, what stance to be in, um, naval ops, that kind of stuff, it will never do those things if you never hit AI Air Assist. So if you want to control the game that way, you've got to do that at the start of the turn and right at the end of your ground phase. So right at the start of phase 2, right at the end of phase 4. All right. So that was one interesting thing that I read on the forum that I thought could help some people. Hell, it helped me. What am I talking about? It was interesting because again, I couldn't figure out why these naval ops didn't happen out here, and now I feel like I know why, at least. All right, so there was that. I also just as a fun thing, I kind of want to go look at a fun statistic every time. I thought we'd go look at the won lost records and just see who's really crushing it out here. Let's get rid of support units. All right, we'll get rid of units in transfer. We'll get rid of off-map units, and we'll get rid of air bases. Um, I probably would want to get rid of these. I mean, it's going to show you obviously the most wins are at the army group level because that flows up, right? Every time a corps wins a battle, then the corps, well, the general who has the higher morale rating gets credit for that, generally speaking. But that flows up the chain of command. And so OKH right now in this game, we're 362 wins, 163 losses. Is that good? I don't know. This early in the game, that's probably not great, to be honest with you. We're making good progress. We've had a lot of kind of close stalemate battles. I'll also say that I'm maybe more aggressive than some because the German generals are so good generally speaking, that they will do that reconnaissance by force and they'll only do scouting missions. Now, technically, you lose those or it's counted as a loss, but I would bet 60 of these are us probing forward and our generals saying, "Nah, that's all right. let's get back. Let's get back to our lines." And so listen to me making excuses. 362, 163. Okay. Who's been the best out of our army groups here? I think on a percentage basis, Army Group North's looking pretty good. It's fought by far the fewest battles, right? But it's 88 and 28. Okay. In the South, as you would expect, it's a lot closer, 128 to 70. OKL, so this is the air battles. We're doing pretty darn good on that, 63 to 5, not a shocker. Uh, Army Group Antonescu, look out, 59 and 20. Now I've got it just sorted. They don't have a percentage won and lost, but Antonescu is bringing it, as is Romanian High Command, which is all Antonescu. You can see right there. 17th Army is 57 and 11. Way to go, boys. Oh, I guess I didn't get rid of the Luftflattes. Luftflatte 4, 54 and 3. So our air power in the south has got an iron group. Who's 39 and 4? Who are you? That's a percentage winner right there. Second Panzer Group. All right. Hans Guderian, the reigning king, it looks like. Now we've got a 35 and 5. Oh, that's the Luftflatte. Who's 33 and 5? 18th Army. Okay, so modal, it's not all modal. It's Lindemann 2 in 18th Army and Guderian in 2nd Panzer Group, crushing it, crushing it. Now, what I do like to see is down here in some of the motorized groups, 1st Panzer, 4th Panzer, 3rd Panzer, the 46th motorized, very few losses. And that's now, I always talk about how I like to attack, attack, attack the first 10 turns because of those. Hey, Kalo! Yeah, what's going on? M60, I knew how hasty attacks worked, my friend. Maybe I didn't do them very well, but that hasn't changed much. Uh, Yeah, Kayla, I know. The station, the station. What is it? WKRP here? No, the channel keeps growing and growing. Even while I was gone, I was like, well, shoot, here's like kind of a wasted week for growing the channel. I mean, people signing up right and left. And hey, how cool was that? Alvaro Sousa stopped by, the maker of War Plan Pacific, the developer. I say the maker, like he's a chef, but I guess he kind of is, right? He's made Warplan Pacific. I've been digging through that rule book because I'm really Peter, come on. Well, you know why? I've got these bright lights on me. I've got like 2 lights on either side here, but you're right. It doesn't look like much of a tan. You're like, what, did you just sit in the hotel room the whole time? Uh, Looking out with binoculars, being like, man, it looks like fun out there. I wish I should get down by the pool. Uh, Thank you, Kalo. I appreciate that. But yes, Alvaro Sousa, the maker of Warplan Pacific, I really like the looks of that game. I want it to be good. It's one of those like, hey, look, I'm gonna always be honest on the channel. No reason for me not to be. I don't have any financial relationship with anybody, uh, only my wife. So it's like, I'll tell you if it's not good, but I want it to be good. It looks good. It looks like what I want, which is essentially World in Flames, the board game on the computer where it does have an AI, but it's also a lot prettier, and you don't have to keep it down in your basement or something, because that board game is massive. It would take up half of your basement. But that's what I want, or I want strategic command. Um, I want strategic command plus, which is what war plan purports to be or is trying to be. Anyway, I'm almost through the rule book, and I'm going to start playing it this weekend. So we're going to do a let's play tutorial. Okay, enough of this chit chat. Let's get down to warfare. We've got Odessa where we want it. Do we? Yeah, I think we're doing fine on Odessa. Now, ultimately, I've brought almost all of 11th Army down here now. I will say in the original game, I did not do that. One of the reasons that I've done it here, I'm going to take off the interdiction levels for now. One of the reasons I've done it here is I've been told anyway that Odessa is a much tougher nut to crack in this game, and I want to get it out of the way. Now, usually I'd have 11th streaming east, and I'd let the Romanians deal with this. I have heard that that's not a good idea. Uh, I tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe some of you guys have been just taking Odessa with nothing but, like two Romanian regiments. If that's true, let me know. But I've heard the opposite, and so I'm bringing 11th Army down here. Make sure we get Odessa in a timely fashion. Now, part of that will be I'm mad that I didn't know what I know now before, because I would have been running interdiction missions out here. They're gonna get supply across the Gulf here this time, which may make them a lot tougher to take out. But next time we are just gonna run an absolute bevy of interdiction missions out here in the Gulf of Odessa. We do need to move, before I forget, and you can't forget this one, right? Let's go ahead and move our railroad unit. I'll just do it with the R, because when I do it by clicking over here, I'm so used to doing that for years and years that I do it kind of on autopilot sometimes, but it does slow things down. And yes, thank you for who told me that in the comments. Um, All right, I guess we're just gonna go. Let's take the units off for a second. I want to see that major rail like kind of takes a weird like a dog's hind leg back there. Um, I guess we do need to go north before we go south, but it has to be through that hex. Okay, so that looks good. Let's just make sure that looks right. Yeah, okay. All right. And now, I really want to take this next turn. I don't think we can, because I want to get the railroad there, and then I want to reverse out north with the railroad unit. But I don't think we'll get Odessa next turn. I think it's going to take two turns. Now, don't record me saying that, and when it takes three turns, I hear it from you. Um, Yeah, Kalo, that original war plan. Well, the World in Flames map, like I said, you've got to have like a full room dedicated to that map for sure. But Warplan Pacific looks good, and I like everything around it. Like I said, it's like Strategic Command, except you can actually attack from multiple units can attack. From different directions, which Strategic Command is not like that. It has more of a logistics component to it. You can also really you can kind of customize your units based on what your advancements are or how you want to build them. You can give them like special perks and bonuses. I like that too. But we'll be playing a lot of that this weekend on the channel. So, but stay tuned, as they say in the business. Now let's move our headquarters down here for 11th Army. Make sure that we've got everybody in good command, and we'll just bring them in here as close as we can. That all looks good. I don't think. Okay, we do need to move this Romanian unit up and over. Um, he's staying back here. He's not commanding anyone. We'll just put him right next to his headquarters, just so we remember that. So this command structure goes out this way. Oh, okay. So that's Army Group Antonescu. He's our top winner on the ground so far, which is kind of crazy. I think for depot purposes, we may eventually move him. I don't really think we need him right there. We probably need him in Kishinev eventually. I say eventually, like, once we move beyond Odessa, we'll start moving 11th Army headquarters out of here. Um, that looks fine for now. I'm not going to mess with the depots too much. We don't have any AP left anyway, so does it really matter how much we mess with them? Now, I don't know why this. I said that. Now I'm going to go change one, right? I think this should probably be a 1. Why? I don't know why that would be a 3, other than we're trying to pull more maybe to the south, but I don't think we need to do that. Um, 3, 2. Okay, we've got some that'll be storing a little bit up that can ship it out later. That all looks good. Since it's been a few days, I just want to make sure that we've got everything taken care of. So we're going to be moving 1st Panzer group this time. And what are we going to try to do? Well, we've got to bust through here somewhere. My original idea was to bust through between these rivers, kind of, well, like right here through this, the Autobahn right here. But the Autobahn has a few speed bumps on it right now. We've got a 13 here. 6 isn't that powerful, but I would imagine the Soviets have quite a bit more back here as opposed to over here. And I was looking before I started the episode, and I was like, well, here's a 1-1, here's a 1-1, here's a routed unit, and kind of the cornerstone here is representing a 6. This is not that strong, and I think that that's where I want to try to bust through if I can. And maybe I said that last time because I've got 17th Army a little further north than I would otherwise. And I think maybe that was maybe I just can't remember. But looking at it again, that's what I should have thought because, this looks like their weak link. And if we can bust through here, we've also got a routed unit here. We can get up. These are just minor rivers here. And if we can get across this one, we've got a lot of ways to run, right? If we can get over one minor river, another minor, you got them every 3 or 4 hexes, but in this case it's like 7. We've got a long ways we can go. And so that's what we're going to try to accomplish. Encirclements! Get someone encircled, man. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by on the live stream. And thanks for your comments as always. Absolutely. It's always hard to convey your meaning, when you type an email or you type a text, and people can always take it the wrong way. I took absolutely no offense to you saying more encirclements or encircle that unit. Don't route things out of an encirclement. It's actually a very good lesson for when people are starting the game and whatnot, because sometimes people will attack in that circle in it, and maybe I just don't remember, and it's very possible that I did that, and then that got us into the whole discussion of big encirclements, right? But yes, that you are absolutely correct. If we were to encircle, like these, I don't know, 5 or 6 divisions, whatever it is, and we get around them, all right, and we've got them encircled, don't attack one inside of it during that turn, because if you route it, it can jump out of that encirclement. So that is a very good point, especially for beginning players, because they'll think, "Ooh, good, he can't go anywhere." Well, he could, if he routes, he can, you know, go a long ways. So if you start to get a pocket built, don't attack up front here during that same turn. At least give them a turn to start to wear down, not get the supply. The whole point of the encirclement, right, is to turn all of these corners, these soft factors, to red or orange at least, so they surrender. That's the goal. And so it's very good point. Very good point. Um, let's move. Do we have? Okay, this is an infantry unit. How far can he go up? This is the 6th Romanian ID. Well, he can actually get here, which is good because we've got a motorized unit. We're going to move more later. So let's put him there to kind of hold this line because we're going to try to build a corridor right through those hexes. Let's go ahead and move the headquarters up here just so I don't forget. All right. Now then, how are we going to blast through here? Well, I always do it with motorized, the straight up motorized units. So I try to find my strongest ones. Usually that's going to be the SS. So in this case, Viking, and move him down here. Now let's go actually go see what else is. There's a good motorized unit, the 60th MD. Um, 25th has got 9. So Viking had 12. I have another SS one down here. I know I do. Where, oh, it's this one. So we've got a 5 and a 6 for combat value. They've got quite a bit of movement points. Well, this one doesn't, but this one's got quite a few. Um, One thing I wanted to stress as we get playing the game again and as we start to, really get this let's play going even further is once you start to get to this point of the game, don't be afraid to do a deliberate attack. You waste more points if you do a hasty and it doesn't work, and you now in this game you waste it two ways. You first of all you wasted the attack, the movement points on the original attack, but now it starts to build up those delay points in that hex. Um, and so, you're losing movement points two ways if you have a hasty attack that fails. Now, as I say that, I'm probably going to do a hasty attack here. Um, let's give this one a shot. Now, he's not going to get, this is the 14th motorized. That's Naring. All right. He's not going to get support units either way if we do a hasty. I do not want this one to fail, and so that really should guide me here. I'm going to do a deliberate attack here. I'm going to move him forward and do another deliberate attack, and also try to get this unit scurrying out of here. What do we have assigned for support units? This is locked, by the way. Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me. In the comments, someone said I did not have something in second headquarters locked. Maybe he meant second headquarters overall. I didn't have locked. Right. Okay. I don't have this locked, but that's fine. I don't need the second army itself to have anything. I may pull this down out of OKH just so second army has something. Um, Yeah, this penal bicycle recon. Somebody made a comment on that in the last video. I'm gonna have to go back and read that though. I was in a hurry and I saw somebody had given the historical kind of background to that. All right, we've already got one delay point here and here, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just try to blast this unit out of here and make absolutely sure they go flying. Now, did I need to do that? Probably not, but I just want to make sure. Well, now okay. All right. Well, we're going to have to do a hasty here unless we bring something else down. And maybe we'll do just that. Let's bring this unit down here. He's under Naring as well. And let's do a deliberate attack there. Make sure, look at all the air power that in here. 42 fighters lost. That was 4,000 men, 64 guns, and 100 AFVs. That was not an uh, unsubstantial, is that a word? Force. All right. We're going to try a hasty here. They're only representing a 2, and we've got a routed unit there. He's only got 4 movement points left. Let's try a hasty. We're going into a town. Not sure. Okay, we did get it to move back. That's good. Okay, excellent. So it routed out. Thank goodness. Even at a 3.8 to 1, which surprises me that actually routed. All right, now we're through. Now we're through. And we've got this unit that can come and cover right here. We're not going to attack the 20. How far out here do we go? Do I go here? I think I will, because I think I'm going to bring this unit specifically to. Oh, can he not get through there? Really? Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll just kind of maybe veer a little south with some of these. Okay, where's our next motorized unit that's of strength? Here we go. Now this is a breakthrough, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. All right. Gosh darn it. Come on, right click, right click. There we go. Okay. Should I go ahead and take him out? Now he's only got 5. He's a little out of command. Well, that's not going to matter. He's going to have to do a hasty attack either way. I think I'm going to come set Naring down here. He's still got what? 1 Panzer division that he's commanding. That Panzer division could probably get a long ways, but let's set Naring right there for now with Viking. How far can you go? Not that far, because this unit is kind of blocking us. Now, we said this guy can't get through. Is that going to remain true? Probably. Let's go ahead and try. Gosh, I'm so tempted to move him right here, though. Well, let's try it. Let's do a hasty attack. Okay, we did rout him out. Thank goodness. Yeah, we only lost 34 men to 2260. I'll take that every time. All right. Let's see. Where can? Ooh, look at that. All right. Now the Panzers roll. We have got. This is a major breakthrough. There is nothing back here from what we can tell. I'm going to move him a little to the north. He's 4 of 5. This is the other SS. 5 of 5. Okay, he's still in. And let's take this Panzer division that's in with Naring. So Naring is 14th. Okay. Let's take the one that's in 14th, so the 9th Panzer Division, and we'll bring them a little to the south as we kind of build this and expand it. Um, okay, we got to make sure he doesn't. I maybe took him one too far, but I don't think anything can get in there. This is looking very promising. All right, so now all of Naring's units are like right here. Does he have anything else? Did I see steady command? Nope. He's got it. This is all. This is all of his. He engineered the breakthrough. Now we're going to need something right here, just to be safe. But gosh, we got a lot of panzers left to go here. These are all part of third motorized. All right. Do we take third motorized north or do we take them south? Woo! Look at that. Um, Well, this is the biggest threat of encirclement, although, I mean, there's a lot of units back in here too. We probably don't even see them all. Um, that's right. Don't do as I say. Yeah, that's right. That's my teaching method. Indeed. Um, Funny, very funny. I am so glad that this computer not get smashed. No joke. We were sitting there at the airport. My wife's at the the new kiosks where you get your boarding pass. I say new. That makes me old, right? They've been around for a long time. But the kiosks where you get your boarding pass by yourself, and we've got like she's got to take all of her camera gear. We had like 6 suitcases, and we're fumbling around trying to get passports out and do everything. And the big suitcase that also had my computer bag on it, and it had my work computer and the game computer, and all of a sudden it was like timber, and you just heard this weird splat, and I was like, oh God, no, don't let it be. And like I said, luckily enough, it was my work computer that broke. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I will move up the Panzer Corps headquarters. I will. I will remember to do that. Um, we probably should do it now though, so that they get command bonuses from him as well, which does matter. It's got to be within 5, but nothing's really directly attached to him. Although it doesn't hurt to have him within 5 anyway. Um, okay, let's get back down here. I'm not sure if I want to go north or south. It's like we've got a buffet here. Uh, Let's see. Okay, let's get these boys moving. We got more motorized corps, and this is under the 48th. Oh, right. Okay, so we got a lot more motorized points here that we can points, I say. Um, why don't we move these guys? We'll take these guys north, maybe, and we'll take the Panzer south. I guess we could do it either way. Yeah, 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 yeah. What does he want to do? Let's move these guys up here. We'll take them north. There you go. Routed eye. Hit the space bar. I probably shouldn't do that when I'm displacing units. That was confusing to me as well. Um, how far? Goodness gracious. You see me rolling. Um, I really don't have any reason to double back on these guys at all. As best I can tell. Do I want him out across the river? Do I want him down here? He's only a 4. I don't know why he cannot get through here. It's pissing me off. Well, go, go. Well, I'm going to move him there and see if I can move him any further at some point. I don't really understand why he wouldn't go any further. Um, I get it. They rub through the Soviet zone of control, but I feel like he should have plenty enough to get through there. Okay, this guy's going to come down here and kind of what's he going to do? I don't know. Let's move the headquarters up. I can decide. We'll also stack the headquarters. I guess I got to stack him even. Well, I can't get him through here. Maybe I am going to have to attack right here. I didn't want to have to. But I may have to and try to clear this unit because I feel like if I clear them, I'm in really good shape. How about we take these 2 Romanian units? Oh boy. Anytime you start a sentence with that, stop yourself. Let's not do that. Shoot. I don't have any more motorized. I don't want to attack them with panzers. All right. I'm going to move. Oh, we're triple stacked there, right. All right, let's just try it. Let's just try it. I don't think this is going to work, but let's try it anyway. Maybe there's some reason. No, it was just 1-2 to 1. Wow. That Oh man. That's not really what I was looking for. Okay. Um Hungarians can't really I'm going to actually bring the Hungarians a little south. Now that we've got this breakthrough that's completely happened, we're going to bring the Hungarians out here to the south and just kind of probe around. We'll knock out like fortified units, stuff like that. Let's get your headquarters down here. I've still got that one way up there. All right, surrendered. Yay. Go team. Um, this, nah, I'm not going to do that. Now then, let's bring this Hungarian unit here, and we'll have these Hungarians try to meet up and do some encirclements down here. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work yet, but encirclements, that's it's like Pee-wee's Playhouse. That's the magic word today. Um, all right, I'm going to have to triple stack with whatever one of these Panzer divisions has the least amount of points because I can take these. Okay, it's this guy. All right. Let's move him there. And I'm not going to mess around. I'm not going to take any chances with this. He is in 3rd Motorized Corps. Okay. Let's move 3rd Motorized down here for now. 3rd Motorized got a heck of a lot more than that going on. Right. Now, can you attack at all? No, you can't. Okay. Now this is risky. This is when you're rolling the dice, but this is such a nice breakthrough. Oh, okay. Well, 3rd Motorized needs support units, so I'm glad I looked at this. Let's move the construction. Whoops. Whoa. Hold on, brother. Let's move the construction units. Right. Wow, I can really confuse myself there. Up to the Panzer Group. All right. So construction will go up to the Panzer Group. 1st Panzer Group. Okay, I'm going to keep the Pioneers here. I took that constructive criticism by someone. That is true. Moving your Pioneer battalions doesn't really make. Well, let's put it this way. I'm not sure if having them in my main Panzer Corps makes a lot of sense because I'm not going to have them attacking fortifications or urban areas. It probably makes more sense to have them in my motorized corps. I always try to split them up that way, and I know that I've talked to people about this in the comments. People say, "Why do you split them up?" It's combined forces, right? Um, I do use them combined in many respects, but the way I combine them is I have the motorized blast through here, and then I move my panzers as far as I can. Because I would much rather lose the elements in the motorized divisions than the tanks. The tanks don't grow on trees. A lot of this, I almost said shit, does. Oh, I guess I did say shit. Whoops. That's how it happens. You know what? I am going to take this out, but I'm going to put it in one of the other motorized corps. So, like 14th, all right? I'm much more likely to attack an urban area or a fortification with either 14th or 19th. So, they're going to go in there into those motorized corps. All right. Now, he now needs some support units. So, oh my gosh, man. Seriously? Look at this. All right. Well, here comes the penal bicycle recon battalion. Here they're riding up the road, scaring everybody. Wow. Okay. I probably shouldn't laugh. I'm sure there's some sad history behind that. The penal bicycle group. Um, all right, we'll lock that for now, but shoot, that's not exactly what. Let's not lose more than 10 tanks here. We're down to 135 in this division to begin with. I think this is one of the ones I put in refit. Okay, let's wait. Maybe I'll find some motorized unit out here underneath the Christmas tree. Right. Well, I don't know. We can go on forever if we want to. I mean, we can get way up behind them here in the north if we want. We could get way back here in the south. Let's start going this way, though. Our objectives are out here anyway. So let's start going this way. Um, I may not end up attacking with that Panzer division. We shall see. All right. Move you straight down there, my friend. 1, 2. I got a little bit of a gap there, but I'm not that worried about it. I don't think any Soviet troops out here are just dying to get in the middle of this Panzer conflagration. I couldn't really move him too much further. Do I dare? He can't even do a deliberate attack. He doesn't have enough. All right, I've got one more Panzer division here. Maybe he's who I will take north and threaten the encirclement up here. And then we've got choices. You always want to have the choices. All right. And now let's bring this headquarters. Now they're not going to be in command and they're going to really hurt for fuel this time, but I just think it was worth it. Now I could get him past if I make this attack though. Is it worth doing that? What's this terrain? It's clear. It's 3 rifle divisions. Ah, you get the tanks to use them, right? Let's have the Romanians try to. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. I've got an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's an idea. Um, let's get him back over. Let's get him back one. Okay. Let's move him up here. Let's then have him try to do some kind of attack, and maybe we'll get lucky. He can get support units. Oh, okay. Well, he's got howitzers and shit. All right. Gosh, I said shit again. All right. Let's give it a whirl. It's looking pretty even. Yeah, they held. Okay. But I've got an idea here. And I'm not saying that this is fair to the Romanians, but this is what we're going to do. So up he comes. And hopefully I will wear this guy down enough. Oh, they're committing defense. Now, see, this is why I'm glad I did that. because now they're committing other units. All right. Okay. I don't think I can move anything else out of here. Uh, this is the point where I scratch my head. Yeah, pioneers help across rivers and stuff. I know, I know. Um, all right, I'm just gonna do it. It's a let's play. We're having fun. Why not? Why not? But if I lose, this could be our second group where I'm like, it's the lost 25. Please don't lose 25 Panzers here. As a matter of fact, let's just go. I'm delaying. Let's go look at the elements. We don't do this enough of exactly what's in this unit. Now look at their fatigue. Holy cow! It's at 89 right now. We've got a lot of armored cars. If you haven't ever noticed, the Germans loved armored cars. They've just got them everywhere. Motorized rifle squads, okay. I believe that means they're in the pool. If we need extra. Pioneer squad, Grenadier squads, okay. It's ready to upgrade to Pioneer Squad 40. We don't have any yet though. Um, or we're going to start getting them, I think. Machine guns, the anti-tank rifles, okay. They've got a lot of their own artillery, 24 of these howitzers. But let's look at the tanks. We've got the 3E. That's kind of a barely a medium tank. All right. 29, 24 of the 3Gs, 7 3Hs, 5. We don't have many of the 4s down here. They all got pulled into 3rd Panzer because I had that on refit. So they don't have many of the 4s. That's actually a good thing for my purposes right now, which is I'm going to go ahead and attack. If they would have had a lot of the 4s, I wouldn't have. But I can't do a deliberate. We're just going to have to hit it. Oh, oh my goodness. I told you it'd be fun. Right on. Cheerio. Let's just move that out of here. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to put him on refit mode. All right. Let's get our general up here as far as we can. Wow. That surprised me it was quite that bad. And many times that's why when you say I probably shouldn't do this, you probably shouldn't. Can you believe that? We'll recover. We'll be all right. Nobody be sad yet. Um, Logistics. We really need to start building a depot in Venetia, I'll tell you that. We kind of got to leave this here right now because I need it on the depot. But now they're off of, okay, let's go put him in Venetia. Let's put, that's fine. Really, Tarnopol's still our main depot. Proskorov is a 2. Okay. Wow. My goodness. It's what makes the game fun, right? You never know. Um, no, I understand what the Panzer IVs are, but they're too valuable. That's why I said, um, right. Yeah, no, I understand. I, I was just saying that the Panzer IVs are too valuable. If I would have had more Panzer IVs, I wouldn't have done the attack. The threes, they make them, like crazy. Uh, and so I felt more comfortable doing it with the threes, even though the fours were more appropriate for taking on infantry units. I understand that, but they're also more valuable to me. And so if I would have had more fours, I never would have done that. But it's okay. It's fine. 33 tanks is not going to decide this war, believe me. Um, let's get this guy moving out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here you come. Okay. Well, this is all very promising. 33 tanks or not, we can threaten encirclement here. We can threaten encirclement here. We don't really want to move north. We want to go here to D Town and Z Town, as they call them out in the party goers in Eastern Europe. They're like, do we hit D Town tonight or Z Town? Um, we've got this looking good. Somebody could potentially sneak here, but we could still get supply through. That all looks fine to me. 8 and 6, 7 and 0, 30 and 5. Okay, let's just make sure everything's in supply. One thing I do want to do, well, hold on. Can 198th ID move further? Yeah, he probably could. Let's get him one closer. We might as well. Let's move him up one. All right. These guys are just going to sit around Odessa this time. Take a peek. Why are you way back here and not sitting on a depot? Let's not do that. Let's put him on this depot, just in case that helps something. Oh, I could use that unit to go up here. He's only on third. He's only commanding that one unit. Um, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, geez. Is this really 15? Am I going to have to go back and count this again? Okay. Let's bring 3rd Romanian Army up there and pop that depot up. Tell me he's 15. Yeah, he's 15. I can still count. Um, right. These guys, yeah, not a whole lot to do there. We've got our little daisy chain happening there for logistics. Now, I hope these guys don't try to settle down in there, but I don't think they can even get in that. I can't move him. I don't want to move him. All of this looks good. Okay, I think we're going to let her fly after one other check. Ooh, I can't wait to see how this turn shapes up. I want to see what the Soviets do with this, or what the AI does with it, because it's an interesting quandary if you were playing the Soviets. I mean, you've got to protect this, rail, I would think, and you've got to protect this main rail, especially this main rail, all the way back to Moscow. So if I was them, I would retreat straight back on this rail. I'm hoping they look for the better terrain and they retreat here into the swamp and into the forest because we'll just go flying right by them. This is all looking good. We're going to take Talon hopefully next turn. I'm going to get 3 units up there and do a deliberate attack with lots of pioneers. Let's go look at the commander's report and see who's out of command, or who the game is saying is out of command. All of these are fine. All right. We've got 1st Romanian Cavalry. All right, let's go check out what their deal is. They're all the way back here. They can't even move. Okay. I thought I saw a Panzer. 1st Panzer Division is out. All right. Oh, yeah. That's the one that's back to refit. It's sitting with 16th Army, which doesn't really help it, but it's sitting right on top of a depot. Hopefully that will help it. And now we've got another Panzer division that may need some tanks pronto. Um, the Hungarian Infantry Brigade. We've got some security divisions. Hungarian Infantry. Why are all the Hungarians out? Oh, okay. They're all the way back here. They haven't activated yet. Okay. Security. Okay, this looks good. I got everything in command, I think, for the most part. These are what? 3rd Romanian Infantry, security, cavalry. Okay, none of these, are a big deal at all.